recite the translation, then we'll do the chanting. O Lord, you descended to establish religion. You represented all the things of past. You are the greatest incarnation. Our salvation is through you, O Lord Sri Ramakrishna.
Today we are really blessed to have a special speaker with us. For those of you that don't know Swami Sridharananda, all you have to do is go to YouTube, put his name down, and you'll find a whole bunch of video clips on his lectures. I think I can easily say with some conviction that he is probably our most popular speaker in the Ramakrishna order outside India, and most probably in India as well. He is the Swami in charge of our Sydney Centre in Australia. He uses airplanes like we use cars. He has 3 sub-centers within Australia, and he moves all around. He is currently finishing up a class in the Patanjali Yoga Sutras, which I think they're on chapter 4 now. And he's also giving classes on Bhagavad Gita. It is now becoming sort of a blessed for us, a yearly field trip where he is coming to the United States, and because of the demand of so many people inviting him, that he's coming around and coming here. So we are very blessed to have him today, and we hope that we can be on that yearly schedule of his. So today Swami will speak on Sri Ramakrishna as seen through the eyes of Swami Vivekananda.
Another gadget. Dear devotees of Sri Ramakrishna, and allow me to address you as the children of the Holy Mother. We have gathered here today to interact with each other regarding a subject which is very dear to my heart, and I was surprised that the pranam mantra that you just now recited and sang, that is the subject matter of today's talk. You know, that couple, that hymn, that verse of 2 lines, was impromptu recited by Swami Vivekananda on a very auspicious occasion when the first ever shrine or an altar exclusively for Sri Ramakrishna was being established by a very devoted disciple of the Ramakrishna order, the Navagopal Ghosh of Howrah, that is the western suburb of Calcutta across the river Ganga. Swamiji has returned from the States, and at that time that gentleman constructed his own house, his residence, and in that residence, in the top terrace floor, he made a beautiful shrine of Sri Ramakrishna, laid with marble, with stepped altar and all that. And he invited all the children of Sri Ramakrishna and at that time devotees to grace his house on that occasion. So Swamiji went along with his brother disciples and all the group, and when he went and saw there the room, the well-appointed room, he very jocularly looked at Guru Maharaj's picture, Sri Ramakrishna's picture, and said in a very jocular manner that you were born in a mud hut, your life was spent there, and I'm sure you'll never like to go out of this place with Italian marble floor and everything. As human as that. And then, after a while, he collected himself, took a handful of flowers, and then impromptu recited this verse. So I thought that verse is recited every day. The translation of that verse gives you an idea what it is all about. Why don't we today try to give ourselves that opportunity to study in depth what does this pranam mantra mean? Pranam mantra means after worshipping, you bow down, uttering these words to express your admiration, your adoration of Sri Ramakrishna. So dears, let us pay a little attention, though it may be very common to you. You are phonetically used to this word. You have been reciting it days in and days out. But while reciting it, one has to pay due attention to the ideas that Swamiji incorporated in these words. And more you allow yourself to soak in with these ideas, your transpersonality will undergo a sea change, a total transformation. So, with this as an introduction, let us start the study of the Shloka. The Shloka is, as you just now recited, Sthapkaye Dharmasya, the first quarter. Literal translation is, O dear Lord Sri Ramakrishna, you are the establisher of the concept of Dharma. Please have a little bit of patience. You have established the concept of Dharma. Sarv Dharma Swaroopane. That is the second quarter. You have epitomized the essence of all religions in your life. That is the literal meaning. You have epitomized all religions in your life. Avatara Varishthaye. The word Varishtha means the superlative, that is good, better, best. Vara, Varyan, Varishtha. Good, better, best. Says, you are the best specimen of all the incarnations of the divine. It's a bit frightening to claim such a position, the best amongst all incarnations. Nonetheless, let us translate it and wait. Therefore, I bow down to thee, O Sri Lord Sri Ramakrishna. That is why I bow down to thee. This is the word-to-word literal meaning of the Shloka. But dears, in Hindu way of thinking and studying the scriptures, there are certain methods followed to extract the maximum benefit of understanding what is the intention of the author. I will understand his statements through the dictionary meaning. So there are three stages of understanding statements of such import. That is, one is a literal word-to-word meaning, and then knitting those words together into a sentence, and the sentence emanates another meaning, rather clarifies it further. And lastly, it is known as lakshartha. What is the intention of the author? What does the author want to drive home? That is known as, in English language, do read between the lines, my dear. Do read in between the lines. Don't be carried away by dictionary meaning. So what in English way of education is said to read in between the lines is the concept of lakshartha in our Indian way of exposing yourself to new ideas. That is, what does the author wants to convey by selecting these few words and arranging these words in such a manner. So, the word-to-word etymological or dictionary meaning is, O dear Lord Sri Ramakrishna, I bow down to thee because you are the establisher of all religions. You are the epitome and the essence of all religions. You are the best manifestation of an incarnation of the divine. Therefore, I bow down to thee. Now there are so many contradictions in this statement. The concept of Dharma, according to the Indian concept, because the translation of the word Dharma as a religion is a very, very poor translation. Therefore, we would first like to understand what is the concept of Dharma as conveyed in this language known as the Sanskrit language. Dharate iti dharma. Dharma is defined as something holding on to which a human being prevents himself or herself from degenerating into a biological creature. Though a human being is a biological creature, but the human being has certain qualities, certain faculties, by means of which he holds himself a level or two above an ordinary biological creature who is constantly victim of its own impulses and passions. So dharma is something holding on to which, dhareti, holding on to which a human being not only protects the disintegration of human personality into an animal's, not only he protects himself, but he makes it possible for him to upgrade himself and be one with God. That possibility is an inbuilt possibility in a human personality or human character. That is the concept of dharma, holding on to which a human being not only prevents and protects himself or herself from degradation, but holding on to which a human being can upgrade himself and ultimately end up by being one with God. That is the concept of dharma originally in Sanskrit language. Swami Vivekananda says, you are the establisher, Sthapkaye, establisher of Dharma. Dharmasya Sthapkaye. Now, Dharma is eternal, is the breath of the divine. It has no starting point, no end point. It is eternal, beyond time. How can one establish it? That which is eternally existing, how can one exist? How can one make it established? It is already established. So is it not a contradiction in statement made by Swami Vivekananda that you are the establisher of religion, whereas religion is an eternal quality and it is existing eternally. It is like the breath of the divine. As divine is eternal, the concept of dharma is eternal. So how can you be an establisher of religion? This is the first contradiction that we have in this statement of Swami Vivekananda. That which is eternally existing, how can you establish it once again? Then the second statement is Sthapkaye and Sarva Dharma Swaroopane. You are the essence and epitome of all religion, essence of all religion. How is that possible? There are so many diverse religions, of diverse philosophies, diverse ideas, diverse traditions, diverse rituals. How could one personality be the epitome of this diversity? You would like to understand that. And thirdly, which is very shocking, he uses a superlative degree word, avatara, Varishthaye. Varishthaye means supreme, good, better, best. You are the best of all the incarnations. Isn't it too fanatic? My Guru is the best in the world, others are less. So here is another question was regarding what Swami Vivekananda had to say about his matchless master. And you know, this type of argument is encouraged in Hindu philosophy, so that you stimulate your thoughts. And by encouraging such controversies, you, if you are oriented towards to find out what is the reality, what is the truth, such stimulation helps you to reach that truth. So dear, let us then, for the time being, hypothetically, stimulate ourselves that Swamiji lost his sense of proportion and he praised his Guru sky high. It means nothing. But when you look at Swami Vivekananda's life and character, you will find he was the last person to speak about his matchless master anywhere publicly. In his whole period of stay in the United States, nobody ever heard of him speaking about his own master. Only we find a very chit of a little book, collection of few talks, where Swami Vivekananda has described his matchless master. The booklet is named as My Master, where he has only highlighted the endless flow of selfless love of that man, old man, to whosoever happened to come close to him. His selfless love was so strong, so overpowering, that everybody felt, here is a man who loves me no end, without any expectation at all. In the worldly level, our love is equated with an expectation of a return. In Sri Ramakrishna, there was no expectation from anybody by him. It was a one-way traffic of an overflowing selfless love to his children. Swamiji only highlighted that aspect. And as you have known, though I take it for granted, you have all studied their life. If you remember that incident when Swamiji returned from the States, and one day he was talking about his experiences in the state, his brother monks, his Guru Bhais, charged him that he has not been faithful to his master. He was showing off his capacity of oratory and his grasp of philosophy. He never uttered a word about his master. And he was chastised for that purpose, and he was deeply hurt because he was told he was an unfaithful disciple of such a master, because he never spoke about his master. He only spoke about the principles which the master represented, not the personality. And a pioneer, as you know, is never appreciated his own village. So he had to defend himself by uttering these words absolutely in tears. Do you think my love for my master is any lesser than yours? And he left the congregation weeping, scolded by his friends, brother monks, that he had said nothing about his teacher. That very Swami, how could he be carried away by this euphoria of devotion to his Guru, he says something which is contradictory to facts of life. How can you justify that? He says, my Guru is the best of all incarnations in the world. Oh, did he go mad? I'm afraid not. He had enough grounds, enough reasons, enough compulsive factors which he could not deny, and being totally wedded to truth, for the sake of posterity, he had to put down in writing what he thought of his matchless mind. So the purpose of today's meeting is, let us stimulate our thinking and try to find out what Sri Ramakrishna was in the view of Swami Vivekananda. And this small shloka is a very humble, inconspicuous way of leaving behind for posterity what he thought of his matchless mind.